Bring into better savings and no-brainer pricing at Rob Green Buick GMC. Rake in 0% for 72 months on a 2018 Buick Regal Sportback Essence. Only $33 grand. 2018 Encore's as low as $18,000. Save $8,000 off MSRP on a 2018 Acadia Denali. Or $10 grand off the all-new 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 SLT Crew Cab. With the Premium Plus package and e-assist, just $46.9. Spring into savings at Rob Green Buick GMC.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The Basement Tapes, brought to you by Rob Green Auto Group.
Okay, so I guess I'll just start doing my thing. My name is Dr. Nick. Welcome to the Basement Tapes, brought to you by Rob Green, and I am joined by two of the amazing members of this amazing band. You might know them as Messer. Guys, thank you so much for coming down to the basement.
Thanks for having us out here in your beautiful little neck of the woods here.
Yeah, and I like to ask a lot of the bands as they come through, is this the most deliverance radio station you've been to yet?
I believe it is. Have we been anything deeper in the woods than this?
Well, no, but I mean, it's not the first house, radio station we've been in by far. But yeah, this was like, we were like, is this right? I heard banjos.
What did they say not to?
They've got pigs, but they've got a tower, so that must be a station.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the tower gave it away for sure.
So we were just talking. This is fascinating. You guys, we were just talking before we started recording, and it just changed the whole direction of the interview for me. You guys have gone about creating your live sound in a way I don't think I've ever heard another band describe it. You're actually building your own technology to make sure that your show gives the emotional punch, and not just the show, but the songs and moments are happening the way you want them. Can you go a little bit further into that? Because it's fascinating.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, we basically, when we were writing this album and with our producer, Chad Gendison, who co-wrote it with us, one of the things, he's a great singer-songwriter. One of the things that we wanted to bring to this was some of that singer-songwriter element of delivery, of performance. It's about the performance more than anything, because as musicians, what we we're translators of this energy, what we feel inside, what Derek feels when he's singing, or what I'm playing, what I feel, or Kenny or any of the other guys. We're transferring that energy through our instruments with a lot of intention, But on the other side of that, the technology side of that, is we're basically able to hyper-focus those frequencies and fine-tune them. I mean, their sound waves are physical thing. You don't see them, but they're very physical, and you feel them. And being that we're mostly made of water, this thing keeps going down on me. What? Because we vibrate at these frequencies. So, some of the tunings that we use are some sacred tunings, and a lot of the way the songs, etc., are arranged sonically to evoke those goosebumps and those emotions and feelings. So
Everything was specific.
It's very, very intentional.
Laser-driven, specific to get that emotion out of people.
And so the technology with that was really how we were able to have that consistent, fine-tuned mix no matter where we go. And, of course, our sound engineer, Nick, and myself and the rest of the band have spent a tremendous amount of time dialing that stuff in, locking that stuff in. And it's a different approach. That's what we were talking about earlier. It's that it's not what my bass tone sounds like or what Javi's guitar. This is my guitar tone. It's like, no, this is a sound from Messer. We are creating a new sound, and that's what it is. So it's a
their
very
tones are meant to
one
deliver
ego,
the message.
the one band ego.
For me to lay the message on top of and
deliver
present it.
Yeah.
So the music business itself, especially the rock and roll business, seems to be, it's not. I don't think it's what a lot of people think it is. I think a lot of people still have the visions of
the 80s, early 90s,
right? Of Led Zeppelin getting on their airplane, or Motley Crue on their giant, $100,000 tour bus and staying in the finest hotels. You guys and a lot of other bands. I mean, we've met a lot of the other bands still really taking it out to the people and doing it, by on the razor's edge. What is right now the hardest thing, the most challenging thing for a band that wants to put on a great show and go from town to town doing it? What's the biggest challenge you have right now?
Well, I mean, obviously, financially is always a challenge, supporting yourself on the early stages of breaking a band, because the record industry and the record business and the music business has collapsed. But we're now 16, 17, 18 plus years into the rebirth of it. So there is starting to we're starting to find a groove. There's a lot of infrastructure that is starting to be put in place through independent promotions, through independent press guys, independent A&R guys who no longer have jobs at labels, are doing consulting. And so there's social media has opened up that door to have access to those people through social media platforms. You can just reach out to a producer, reach out to somebody.
Yeah, they don't want to go work another job. They still want to do what they did.
What they do.
They just want to find a way to still be relevant. In this day and age with us being able to showcase our music online and hear we got fans all over the world. As I'm sure a lot of bands do. But it's
for sure.
So we were able to get our music to someone in Madrid, just by putting on our social media. So.
Yeah. So the rest of the business side of it is, like I said, trying to break a band. I mean, we are heavily dependent on great radio stations like The Edge here, who are actually taking the opportunity to help break new bands like ourselves, because cutting through the noise of the major labels, that top tier, is very tough when you're 100% independent, doing this entirely on our own. So.
Well, the funny thing is, interestingly, the top end of the music business, they're not paying attention to little radio either. They don't think we matter, and yet I think it's still the independent bands that are going from town to town kicking ass, and the radio stations, in our part, doing what we can to set the table for you to come in. I think that's not only do I think that's the way it's supposed to be, I think that's the way it used to be.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're using definitely a combination of old school radio stuff, like we're grinding out, visiting radio stations, grassroots
radio,
stuff,
basically,
with a lot of modern ideas with like social media and how we market, playlist and things like that, and different placements that we're trying to place the single. But
right.
It's the main difference is that we've essentially cut out the middleman these days, and so a band, if you have a product that's ready to bring to market, there are people who are willing to help you bring it to market, but it has to be ready for that.
Yeah.
No one's looking to develop that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Now, we just showed, I think just these last few questions, we've shown how smart we are, how cerebral we are.
Extremely.
Okay. How deep we are, how much we think. So now I want to ask you something completely different.
Perfect.
What is a funnier last name, Pecker or Glasscock?
I go with Glasscock. I think that's way funnier.
I knew a guy in high school named Flint Knipple.
Ooh, Flint Knipple?
I really run into any funnier than that one, but
so I think Flint Knipple is probably, that's a contender.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have to be?
That's in there.
So we had a vote.
Made up.
So what you're saying
It's
is
real though. It was real. I could show you in a yearbook.
So you're going for Glasscock,
Yeah.
which I just think the phrase itself is hysterical.
Yeah, it is.
And we have Knipple, and I guess and so Pecker didn't make the cut.
Yeah, it's out.
Sorry, Pecker. You're on the old list.
Sorry, Pecker, you didn't make it.
Waking up to a revolution. The past is over and the future's now. I paint a picture of the world you sold us. I see the shadow, but I feel no doubt. We will not break. We don't care what you wanna say to us. Cause say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous, yeah. It's alright, it's our time. Make this life worth fighting for. I'm tired of living with double vision. You can see, but nothing's clear. One-sided conversation, and our voice won't disappear. We will not break. We will not break. We don't care what you wanna say to us. You can say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. This our time. Make this life worth fighting for. We don't care what you wanna say to us. Cause say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. This our time. Make this life worth fighting for. You hear our voice. We will not just disappear. We will not break. We will not break. We will not break. We will not break. We don't care what you wanna say to us. Cause say we've had enough and we're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. It's our time. Make this life worth fighting for. We don't care what you wanna say to us. Cause say we've had enough. We're feeling dangerous. Yeah, it's alright. It's our time. Make this life worth fighting for. Make this life worth fighting for. Make this life worth dying for.
And what is this, the fourth time maybe we've ever done this one? Nice. Third or fourth time. We just fresh. Yeah.
Very fresh.
Yeah, very, very fresh. So.
Hold on, my hands are cold now.
Wait.
Those aren't pillows.
Security. Yeah. Those aren't pillows.
I'm security too. We're
Yeah.
not the budget around here.
What?
It's a little snuggle. Come on.
All right.
One, two, 3, 4.
The silence broken with your scream. It's like you never had a voice. Say what you will to bring me down. I won't forget it all, and I can't find a single word to make you stay.
Start over. We had a rough start on that. Sorry.
Because your hands are cold.
It is because my hands are cold. I'm trying to focus on too many things at one time right now. All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The silence broken with your scream. It's like you never had a voice. Say what you will to bring me down. I won't forget it all, and I can't find a single word to make you stay, to make you learn. And I spent too much time taking all the blame. Fix what's broke inside, save myself and go. All those fears keeping you in chains. Can't waste no more time. Save myself and go. I know your thoughts are tortured things. You live your life in so much doubt. No matter where you find yourself, you're better off alone. And I can't find a single word. And I spend too much time taking all the blame. Fix what's broke inside, save myself and go. All those fears keeping you in chains. Can't waste no more time, save myself and go. Can you save yourself? 'Cause you're not reaching out, and I kept reaching in. Can you save yourself? 'Cause you're not reaching out, looking for something I tried to give. And I spend too much time taking all the blame. Fix what's broke inside, save myself and go. All those fears keeping you in chains. Can't waste no more time, save myself and go. Save myself and go.
Now, I'm holding this right here. Have you gotten your copy of this amazing record yet? Have you? Because if not, I bet you could get one anytime Messer is playing a show, or maybe go check out their social media.
Messerband.com. You can get it anytime you want.
It is available at Messer Mart at any Messer show.
You see that? Creating their own economic infrastructure and going town to town, kicking all of the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends Messer, and I hope you get a chance to catch them sometime soon. I'm Dr. Nick.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You know what? I can hold it. Sure. I don't mind. I mean, hey, I'm a nice host. I'm friendly.
Hold it up.
I'll let him hold it.
Yeah, looks great.
Awesome.
And the vinyl version.
It's like the Tonight Show. You know, you have it holding up there. On the...
Right here. In
Some wild and crazy guys.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Is weird, wild stuff.
Who is?
Who is? Messer. You've been
A
recording
band
that the
that's
whole time, haven't you? Yeah.
that packs $10,000 worth of equipment in a $5,000 or $500 car for a $50 gig.
Oh, must be a
Who
band.
is Messer?
Hey, if you liked this video, please, pretty please, like and subscribe by clicking there. Messer thinks you should. What? Huh?
Oh, where the hell is it?
Well, it's somewhere on the screen.
Awesome.